everyone and welcome to my July book haul. In July I bought books again, so no surprise there. And again, I bought most of these books with like the intention to read them during the summer, because I like to read a lot during the summer because I have so much free time. Anyway, I got, I think, 11 books this month. So yeah, again, quite a lot. But yeah, let's just dive into them and start with this video, and then I'm going to show you all the books that I bought in July. The first one is a book that I had been very much anticipating, and it is My Plain Jane by Cynthia, Brody, Ashton and Jody Meadows. This is the sort of sequel to My Lady Jane, which is a book that I read last year and that I loved very much. And this is not a direct sequel, but it is a book written in the same style. My Plain Jane is about Jane Eyre, but it presents itself as being the true story of Jane Eyre, so it's sort of like a retelling. Basically, this book makes the Jane Eyre story like silly and funny, and it's a bit random. Charlotte Bronte herself is a character in this book. So yeah, when this came out, I had to buy it immediately, and I also read it immediately. I loved it very much. It was everything I wanted it to be, and well, basically I will talk more about that in my July wrap up. But yeah, I'm so happy that this book finally came out and that I could buy it, and yeah, I'm just so happy that I have it in my possession. Then the next book is also something I'm really excited about, and it is the 20th anniversary edition of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling in the Ravenclaw colors. So yeah, these editions came out this month because it is 20 years since Chamber of Secrets was published. Last year I got all the hardcover editions of Philosopher's Stone in like all the different colors, but this time I restrained myself and I only bought the Ravenclaw edition because I do want to have an entire full set of like the 20th anniversary editions in Ravenclaw. But yeah, I got this and I'm so excited about it. It's so incredibly pretty and I love the details and the beautiful sprayed edges. What can I say? I never have enough Harry Potter books and I will always want more. And yeah, I just love it, and I love the colors. I love everything about this book. And I cannot wait to have like a full collection of all the 20th anniversary editions, and it's going to be amazing. And yeah, I just love Harry Potter so much. Then the next book that I bought this month is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. And this is another book that I've already read. The Way I Used to Be is a very heavy book, and it's about a girl named Eden who gets raped by the best friend of her older brother. And this book is about how she has to deal with that. So when I read the synopsis, I was very much intrigued and I thought it would be a very like heartbreaking story, and that was true. As I said, I've already read it, so again, more about that in my July wrap up. But yeah, I was just so intrigued by the premise that I had to buy it, and I have absolutely no regrets that I've done so. But yeah, as I said, more about this in my July wrap up because I definitely have a lot of thoughts on this book. But yeah, I just read a lot of mental health and contemporary during the summer, so yeah, this book fit that criteria perfectly. Then the next book that I have is a historical fiction book, and it is Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. Don't know much about the synopsis of this book. I believe it's about children being taken away in America during World War II? Question mark? Don't know for sure, but it had very good reviews, and like, it's historical fiction and I'm such a sucker for historical fiction. And yeah, it sounds like something heartbreaking, emotional, beautiful, everything. So yeah, definitely something I will love. Definitely something that is up my street. So yeah, I'm hoping to read this during the summer. I really want to read more historical fiction. I've been really in a historical fiction mood. And as I said, this one sounds like a very, very good one, so I'm very excited for it. The next book I have is What Alice Forgot by Liane Moriarty. I love Liane Moriarty's books very much. I always read them during the summer, so when I saw this one, I just had to buy it. What Alice Forgot is about a woman who loses like 10 years of her memory. So in her mind, she wakes up and suddenly she's like 10 years older and she has this family, I believe. Again, don't know much about it apart from that, but it sounds like a thriller or something. I don't know. I believe Liane Moriarty only writes thrillers, so it should be, or like a mystery novel or something. Anyway, the premise really reminded me of a book by Sophie Kinsella that I read when I was younger. Also about a girl who like loses her memory of a couple of years and then is really weirded out by the life she leads right now. I've forgotten the title, but that one was a really fun contemporary. This one sounds a little bit more serious. And yeah, I hope I love it. I've loved all Liane Moriarty's books so far. And yeah, the premise sounds interesting, so I have to read it to see what I'm going to think of it. And then the next book I have is definitely a thriller, and it is Never Let You Go by Chevy. This is a book about a mother and her young daughter, and they were abused by her ex-husband and now they are on the run from him. It sounds like a very like standard basic plot for a thriller. And yeah, I feel like I say this in every video I film at the moment, but thrillers are really like my go-to genre for during the summer. It just works so well for me, like these exciting plots about murder and mystery and then the hot weather. It works really well for me. So yeah, I got this for my vacation. It sounds amazing. It sounds like a basic thriller and I can never have enough of those, so yeah, hopefully it's a good one. The next book that I have is Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman. This is the sequel to Sight, and it is basically a series about a world where there's no longer death, there's no longer disease, but there are Sights who have to kill people because they have to keep the population under control. So yeah, it's this incredibly interesting book series about this dystopian world. I've recently read Sight and I loved it so much. I love the concept, I love the writing, I love the characters. So of course I had to get the sequel, I had to get Thunderhead. And yeah, I'm planning on reading this one very soon. I need to know what happens next. I'm so intrigued by this series. And yeah, I love the first book so much. I really hope I will love the second book as well. Next I have Wendy Curtain Falls by Carrie Fletcher. This is a book about theater mostly. It's about two separate timelines and about ghosts in theaters and about love stories. Carrie Fletcher is my all-time favorite YouTuber. I love her videos so much and she herself works in theater. This is her third fiction novel. I've read her previous two and I like them. I sort of have mixed opinions on them, but I just love Carrie so much, so I will always buy her books. And this premise definitely sounds interesting, and this is about something she knows really well with like theater and stuff. So I'm very much intrigued to see how this book is going to be. I do love theater and I do love reading about theater. So yeah, it sounds like a very unique premise and I cannot wait to dive into it. It's like a fun, light-hearted summer contemporary, I think, about love and mystery and ghosts apparently. And the cover is also really pretty. I really like the style of this cover. Then the next book I want to talk about is Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna, and that it's now like my all-time favorite book and that I loved it so much. So yeah, I just had to get more of her work. I already have The Great Alone, but then I saw the Winter Garden and I just had to buy it. I believe this book isn't historical fiction, but it's about two sisters and their mother passes away, I think. Again, I don't know much about the plot because when do I ever? But yeah, this sounds like a really good summer read because it's so wintry. I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to read this during the summer, but I just want to read more of Kristen Hanna's work and I'm like so much hoping that I will love it as well. I mean, it will probably not be as good as The Nightingale because that book is like so high for me, so it's very hard to top that one. But I still hope I'm going to love it and I just love her writing and my expectations are still really high. The next book I want to show you is Radio Silence by Ellis Osmund? I don't know. This book is about a girl named Frances and she's very much a studier, she's very much a high achiever and her main goal in life is to study a lot and do very well and be clever and go to good universities. And then she meets this boy, I think it's a boy, and then she discovers that she can also be herself. I don't know, the story really spoke to me because I know all about working very hard for school. I used to do that as well and I know how that can be very impactful in your life. And I also know that you cannot live that way, like only working for school and like working as hard as you can. Like it's so tiresome, you really burn yourself out. But anyway, I saw Ellis Osmund a couple of times. Like I saw this author, I believe she also has a new release this year and I saw people talking about it. And all her books get very good reviews. So yeah, I was just intrigued by it and I also always love to read contemporaries during the summer. And yeah, as I said, the premise of this book spoke to me especially. So I'm going to read it very soon and then if I like it, I might buy more of her books, who knows. Yeah, it sounds very interesting. I really hope I will love it. And then the last book of this book haul is Monstrous by Marjorie Liu. It's a graphic novel. I never buy graphic novels. I never read graphic novels. But I saw this and I saw the artwork and it just looked very interesting and beautiful. I don't know a lot about the story, but it's like about this sort of fantasy world with monsters and war and all sorts of things like that. And I thought if I'm going to try out a graphic novel, then this would definitely be a good one. It looks so beautiful. A lot of people seem to love this book. And yeah, graphic novels are basically new to me. I never read them, so I might have to give this one a try very soon and see what I think of it, and maybe I will read more graphic novels in the future, or maybe I won't like it and then it's decided that graphic novels are not something for me. But I really wanted to give it a chance, and yeah, this one just looked very beautiful. So yeah, this was it for my July book haul. I think I now have enough books to read during the summer. And yeah, in August I will go on a beach vacation. I'm going to take so many books with me and hopefully I'm going to read so much. And yeah, I'm so excited about everything that I get and everything that I'm buying these days, and I just love books so much and I cannot wait to read every single one of these. But yeah, this was it now for this video, and if you like this video, please go subscribe or maybe give it a thumbs up because I would really appreciate that. Please let me know something you want to read this summer or a book that you bought for this summer, and then hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!